Right then, this is Sharky from Shar-Kade. So I've come in on this Saturday to work on the Krisscoolmods 4-player control panel. Now this unit is heading off to Krisscoolmods. I had a few issues rewiring the PactoTech and stuff like that. Managed to get all that stuff sorted out. I had some problems with the IDs of the controls and stuff because I've added a couple of new controllers to the setup. Now, went through all the Wii configuration, the Xbox controllers and stuff. This unit inside has 112 terabytes built in. I think there's 7 16 terabyte drives in total, or 7 drives in total, and I think it's 7 16 terabytes in a SSD as well. So tons and tons of games. This has the RTX 4070 graphics card as well, which will run 4K. Basically, we have just tons of games and systems on there. We have all the RetroBeast drives set up and added on. You've got all your MAME classics, your 4-player MAME classics. You've got your different systems. We have Xbox. We have, if we go down, we have our 32 terabyte add-on stuff, so the Nintendo Switch stuff. And then we have our PC Games Plus with all the next-gen titles, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 11, and Far Cry 6. Tons and tons of games on there. And this is just a Shar-Kade drive. This isn't even touching the surface of the RetroBeast stuff. We have Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man Remastered. If we head over, we've got Tekken 8 on there also. I've got to sort out the media on that. I don't know why that's not showing. I thought I had it updated, but I'll change that. Let's head down. We have our PC cheat engine set up as well. We have our PC games modded section. If we go back, we have all our pinball stuff. So we have around 700 plus pinball tables, I believe. Or more. I think there's actually more now. I think it's pushing about 1,000 pinball tables. We have our Techno Parrot collection on there. Now, we don't have the Patreon games for Techno Parrot set up on our main arcade setups. It's only for our shooters. Basically because I like to keep these units offline for games like the Patreon games and stuff. So we still have a great collection. Haunted Museum 1 and 2. Let's Go Island and Let's Go Jungle. We have Deadstone Pirates on there. We have Dark Escape 4D. There is other shooters as well. There is a gun for IR setup on these systems. So you can swap to the gun for IR guns. One simple step setup for the gun for IR setup, and then you're off and away with your retro guns. I know Chris is probably going to set up the retro shooter stuff as well on the system once he gets this machine over to him. There's tons and tons of more stuff to be added. If we head up as well to our RetroBeast drives, this is where all the other drives are on this machine. So we have a 16 terabyte O drive on the system. We have 16 terabyte P, Q and R drive, and we have our starter pack. Now our starter pack is the Xbox 360 games, so that's an 8 terabyte partition on one of the 16 terabyte drives, and then the PC Games Plus selection, which is our 40 terabyte drive, is also on with this starter pack. So this starter pack is on the same drive as the 40 terabyte setup. So if you wish to upgrade your control panels, if you've got a 2-player one, you can have external drives. So you can buy the 40 and 48 terabyte add-on pack, basically with the RetroBeast starter pack. Once you've got that, you can then start upgrading your drives to Chris's drives if you wish. So you can buy any which drive Chris has on his website, Krisscoolmods.com. You can buy any one of his drives and simply just plug it into your machine and just load up the system and off you go. There's no setup, anything like that needed. It's all sorted. Now I do recommend you have these PactoTechs wired to your Shar-Kade unit. It just makes all-round game support that bit better. Everything works like an Xbox controller, so we have player 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can actually change the control orders around as well, so if you wanted 1, 2, 3 and 4, you can do. You can also disconnect all those controllers, plug in some Xbox controllers and use the Xbox controllers as well on the system. I do recommend you connect the Xbox controllers when you're in a game, not on Chris's system. That's fine, you can just plug in the Xbox controllers, disconnect them, plug them in, and then it'll connect those controllers and off you go. With my system, it's best if you go into the game and swap between in the game, because on the Hyperspin menu it can mess on with the configuration a bit. It doesn't like it as much, but it works nicely. You can swap between your different controls. So we have a ton of games there just on Chris's drive. I believe this is the PC games, the P drive. Just tons and tons more PC games on that setup. We can simply exit out. That'll bring me back to the Hyperspin menu. Go to the next drive. If we want to have a look what's on the Q drive, just load the Q drive up and load straight in. Now, it is recommended to have these drives hardwired inside the system. The 4-player control panels, it is a bit of a squeeze, but it fits nicely. We have had to do a cooler mod on the back of the system, so we've added a extra couple of fans there on the back just to exhaust some of that heat out, because this unit does have the RTX 4070 Ti graphics card in, so it is quite a warm card, but the performance is ridiculous. 4K gaming is not an issue at all. So on this drive we do have the Nintendo Switch stuff. If we go into the Nintendo Switch there, we have 1731 N-Switch games. If we just go back and go to N-Switch eShop, we have 2,772 games just on that drive. That's one total drive, over 3,000 Switch games just on that one drive. If we quit out, we go to the next drive. So we want to load the next drive up, just go to Beast Drive R. And it just works flawlessly back and forwards between the two systems. And these are two completely different systems. They're not just one system. It's two completely different systems working flawlessly side by side. So we have more Nintendo Switch stuff there as well. And these, I believe, are extra. These aren't mixed matched. You're not getting double games, stuff like that. You're getting an extra 270 there. And then if we go to the eShop stuff, you're getting another 1,214 N-Switch eShop games as well. So ton more games. So much content on these units. This isn't going to be cheap. You want the whole setup with 112 terabytes. It is not going to be cheap. The drives aren't cheap on their own as it is. You're looking at a couple of grand just to buy drives. I think 7, like I say, 16 terabyte drives. And then obviously we've got to charge for what it costs us for all our hard work, the setups and stuff like that. So you're looking at, round with me, 300 quid every 8 terabyte upgrade. 16 terabyte drive is going to knock you back about 600 quid each drive. Okay. With Chris's drive, it's a little bit cheaper, works out a little bit cheaper, and you also get the basically a 2-year warranty on his drives. Shipping's covered, everything like that with Chris. 2-year warranty on his drive, so if they arrive damaged, he'll just simply replace them. And I think he does tax-free shipping as well, so it's not going to cost you a bomb in tax if you're getting these drives shipped over to you from Canada, where Chris is, over to the UK or throughout Europe and America. So it's all tax-free shipping on his end. And like I say, it's a bargain when you think of the cost of these drives. If something did go wrong, you're getting a solid replacement drive from him as well. So he, like I say, he does have a good service. He's the best that's out there. So let's head down. We, like I say, we've got 1,214 Switch games, and this system is constantly being updated. When you have the RetroBeast set up and you got Chris's drives, basically he does a monthly update system as well. You can pay him a Patreon for early release stuff. He does have a new drive out, which you can have access to that new drive through his Patreon. But with just these drives alone, you do get a free update every month. If there's a game not working and it's reported not working, he'll try and fix that game on his end. And then at the end of the month, it'll be updated. You just connect your machine, it'll scan your system and just update your system as we go along. After the 48 terabyte drive setup from me, I am doing no more drives. That's me done. Everything then is going to have to be done through Chris. Like I say, you are not tied to just all the drives. You don't have to go with the full 112 terabytes. Now, if you want, if you just want the Xbox games, you just go with a starter pack and have the starter pack. That's a collection of Xbox 360 games. If you're just interested in PC games, just go with a P drive and just order the P drive. You don't have to order the other drives in sync with it. As long as you've got the starter pack, you can then order the P, Q, R drive and then S when the S is fully released. And like I say, we have the R drive and the, what was the other one? Was it the O, I think, was a Switch. So if you just wanted Switch stuff, you can just go with the Switch stuff. There is an entertainment drive. I can't remember which one it is. Is it the Q or is it the O? Let's take a look. There's an entertainment drive. Basically, it's got music and stuff like that. It's got all your import stuff as well, like console imports. So this is it. I think this was the O drive. So you have your entertainment on there. You have all your homebrew and import selection as well. So if you're just interested in the old school import games and you want a bit of entertainment on there, there is entertainment on there. Now, yeah, all right, dude. Yeah, 112 terabytes, ridiculous, buddy. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's all installed into this machine. As you can see around the back of the machine and stuff, it's that hard drive's not connected to anything. So I'm not trying to trick anyone. There is 112 terabytes inside this machine. It's all running off a 4K HDMI cable. Now, sometimes these cables are a bit limited of what they'll output, so we are just sticking with 160 hertz at 4K. The graphics card will run up to 120 hertz, so on. I could possibly drill a hole in this, put a grommet in, and have a display port cable connected direct to the GPU. There is 4 displays on that GPU, so can be done. So you can get those higher resolutions, where the higher performance and stuff. But like I say, you're getting 60 hertz at 4K, true full 4K. We do offer these builds on our site. Basically, it isn't going to be cheap. You're all looking at quite a few grand with the RTX 4070 graphics card, the full 112 terabytes and so on. But if you're just a person that wants everything, every possible game, every possible system on your setup, you can do. Like I say, you don't have to go all out, first of all, and get the whole 112 terabytes. If there's only drives that interest you, you can just get those drives that do interest you. So, yeah, crazy stuff, man. Ridiculous. No one has a build this big. Even Chris's build isn't 112 terabytes yet. He's getting there with his extra 16 terabyte that he's adding on, which is his S drive. But once that S drive's done, Shar-Kade and Krisscoolmods is always going to be ahead of the game. Basically, the Shar-Kade builds are always going to be ahead, because we're going to have that next S drive added onto the system as well for Shar-Kade customers. So then you're going to have, what's the next 112 added 16? So we're going to have 128 terabytes. So we're always going to be ahead of everyone in this game. This is ridiculous amount of games. So we can add gate switches on there. We can add split buttons to change the different modes. So if we want to disconnect mode, we just press a button on there. It'll disconnect the arcade controls, plug in our Xbox controllers, and those will work. We have our 4-way 8 gateway switches. So just pressing the button, it'll switch the arcade controls to true 4-way. Press the button again, switches it back to 8-way. That's simple. I like to do everything that's simple and easy to use, basically. So I've had a few delays. There is quite a few delays on the arcade builds. I was meant to be doing a video of the main cabinet today. I'm going to have to come in tomorrow, do a video of that unit. That's all finished now. That unit is ready. I've just got to do my video and that unit's ready. We have had the Simpsons cabinet. That's all box packaged. All the packaging peanuts in. So that's all ready to go. We've got another one that I've got to try and sort out the shipping with a customer because he doesn't speak very good English. And we need to try and get the shipping arranged. So I'm trying to work that out with the customer and the shippers. But that unit is also ready to go as well. This unit, like I say, is going to get packed up, packaged away, and this is going to be probably seen in one of Krisscoolmods videos. We are trying to push his light gun drive now as well with our shark shooters as well. There is going to be an add-on to the shark shooters, which we're going to have Krisscoolmods drive as well ready on those shark shooters, so you then can just plug your Krisscoolmods drive into your shark shooter, and then you'll have full gun support. You'll have the Wii controller support, you'll have the retro shooter support, you'll have the gun for IR support. I don't think there's going to be Sinden support on there, or aim track. I think aim track's possible as well. There is another gun setup which I'm going to get in some discussions with as well. Another light gun setup as well that can possibly go on the systems, and the Blamcom will also be supported. So our shark shooters are going to have full support for every system that's out there, every gun system other than Sinden. To be honest, Sinden's a nightmare with the borders and stuff like that. If you're trying to swap between the systems, it's just a nightmare having the borders up on the screen and stuff like that. So that's probably the only system we're not going to be supporting is the Sinden. But with the arcade fixed gun kit, there's going to be some more supported games with true recoil and so on. So yeah, crazy amount of hardware inside these units. If you wish to purchase a unit, hit us up at dean@sharkade.co.uk. Once you've purchased your 48TB from me, you can then go ahead and purchase your RetroBeast drive straight off Krisscoolmods website. So it's krisscoolmods.com. The link should be in the description anyways. You can purchase the drives direct from him. Now you've got to order the Shar-Kade ones. I think he goes up to 64TB on top of my 48TB. So 64TB you'd have to order direct from Chris. The other drives you'd order from me. Okay, so hope that makes sense. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch us in the next one.